That's the exact time 3 fake HOA cops kicked my door off its hinges like they were storming a drug den instead of a quiet woman's home. No warrant, no sirens, just boots, black vests, and the audacity of men who thought they owned me. One slammed me into the wall so hard my picture frames shattered. Another ripped through my drawers, flinging my underwear and family photos onto the floor like trash. The third stood at the door, pretending to secure the perimeter, while my actual front door lay in splinters. They kept shouting, HOA security! Don't resist! HOA security. At 2 a.m., like the Homeowners Association, suddenly became the FBI. And the wild part? They weren't even good at acting. Their badges were crooked. Their radios were from Amazon. One of them still had a gym membership tag hanging off his belt. All of this because of Karen. The same Karen who fined me $300 for my trash bin being 3 inches too close to the curb. The same Karen who sent me 5 warning letters in 1 week for suspicious behavior. The same Karen who smiled in meetings and said, "We just want compliance." Now she'd upgraded from petty fines to fake cops. While one of them zip-tied my wrists, the leader muttered, "Karen said you'd be easy." Easy. That's when I realized this wasn't an HOA anymore. This was a personal hit job. And Karen? She didn't just cross a line, she declared war on the wrong woman. By the time the real police arrived, my living room looked like a crime documentary. Broken door, shattered coffee table, 2 fake HOA cops on their knees, sweating, shaking, zip ties cutting into their own wrists. And me? Standing over them. Calm, breathing steady, like I'd been waiting for this moment. One of them cracked first, voice trembling, eyes red. "Please, we were just doing what Karen told us." That was the first time her name was spoken on an official police report, not as HOA president, not as community leader, but as the person who ordered a home invasion. The detectives didn't even need me to push. They pulled Karen's emails, and oh my God, she wasn't just corrupt, she was deranged with power. Subject lines like force compliance, uncooperative resident, proceed with extraction if resistance occurs. Extraction, like I was a fugitive, in my own house. Turns out Karen had built a secret HOA enforcement unit, paid with HOA funds, fake badges, fake uniforms, fake authority, real intimidation. She'd been doing this for months, breaking into homes, threatening residents, seizing property, all under the label of HOA inspection. Nobody fought back until me. When they raided Karen's house the next morning, they found $42,000 in HOA cash hidden in a safe labeled security budget, forged county permits, a spreadsheet titled Targets. My name was highlighted in red. That's when the sheriff said the line that still chills me. "Ma'am, you weren't her first victim. You were just the first one who survived her." Like, share, and subscribe if you want to see how deep Karen's downfall goes. And comment where you're watching from. I want to see how far this story travels. Karen thought she could lawyer her way out. She walked into the station in heels and a blazer, hair perfect, lipstick untouched, acting like she was there to complain, not confess. First words out of her mouth, "There's been a misunderstanding, involving fake cops, forged permits, and a literal hit list." The detectives didn't raise their voices. They just slid my porch camera footage across the table. Full HD. Her men breaking my door. Her voice note instructing them to be firm and secure compliance. Her signature on the payment transfers. Karen's face drained in real time. Not dramatic, not crying, just empty, like someone unplugged her power supply. She tried to pivot, said she was protecting the community, said I was unstable, said residents had authorized enhanced enforcement. So they called in the residents one by one, people she'd fined, threatened, intimidated. An elderly man whose garage she seized, a single mother whose car she towed at 3 a.m., a couple she evicted over noise complaints while they were on vacation. Karen had to sit there and listen as her entire fake empire testified against her. No speeches, no power, no board, just her, alone, in a plastic chair, while strangers described her like a villain in a documentary. The final blow, they projected the spreadsheet. Targets, Phase 2. Karen's own handwriting. Next to my name, she'd typed, "Escalate, make an example." That's when the room went silent. Even her lawyer stopped writing. Because at that moment, Karen wasn't an HOA president anymore. She was just a woman about to become a case study, and the court was about to make her famous for all the wrong reasons. Karen arrived at court in the same designer suit she used to wear to HOA meetings. Same posture, same fake confidence, like she still thought this was just another board dispute she could talk her way through. She didn't look at me. Couldn't, because now I wasn't the problem resident. I was the key witness. The prosecutor didn't dramatize anything. He didn't need to. He simply listed the charges like a death sentence, criminal impersonation of law enforcement, conspiracy to commit intimidation, home invasion, forgery, fraud, misuse of HOA funds, directing unauthorized paramilitary activity. Karen's lawyer tried to argue stress, power went to her head. Good intentions, the judge cut him off. Good intentions don't involve fake cops and zip ties. Then came the part Karen wasn't prepared for, victim statements. People she'd terrorized stood up and spoke, not yelling, not emotional, just calm descriptions of fear, humiliation, and sleepless nights. My turn was last. I looked straight at her and said, "You didn't want a neighborhood. You wanted a kingdom, and you used fear as your crown." She finally broke, not tears. A twitch, a shake, a quiet whisper. I didn't think it would go this far. The judge didn't even look at her when he sentenced her. 15 years, 10 without parole, permanent ban from any HOA or public office. They took her out in handcuffs. The same woman who once fined people for mailbox height, now she had a number instead of a title. Inmate number 44721. And me? I went home, replaced my door, and slept peacefully for the first time in months. Because when someone sends fake cops to control your life and you survive, you don't just get revenge, you become the reason they disappear. If this story shocked you, like, share, and subscribe, and comment where you're watching from. Let's see how Global Karen's downfall really is.